Okay, so now I'm looking at the AQA calculator paper. You're allowed an hour and a half. Time yourself, see how much you do. One of the things I've got to train you is to work quickly. Okay, mathematical, use a calculator, mathematical instruments. Okay, first question. Circle the number that is 5 more than -1. I'm thinking 4. If you remember, you've got -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking about temperature. So if it's 5 more, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more than -1 is 4. Okay. 7 out of 20 is a percentage. Just use your calculator. So yeah, 7 divided by 20 on your calculator, you get the answer is 0.35. Okay, times that by 100, you'll then get its percentage, 35. Okay, and I'm putting the answers here, so yeah, 35. Now I would say you should write percent, and I think the answer should have a percent button there. But what they're saying there, by not having it here in the answers, means it doesn't matter if you don't put it there. I would say always show your units, because you never know when you're going to lose a mark on this. It's a rectangle, and we got perimeter. So there's area and perimeter that people often get mixed up. I think of the word of perimeter, I think about a perimeter fence going round a school. So it's going all the way round. I'm thinking of a field actually now, a perimeter fence to keep the sheep in. So if you imagine getting a wire fence, it would have to be 9 plus 4 plus another 9 plus another 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 and 13 is 26 centimetres. Okay, and if you think about perimeter, you've got a fence, so it's you want to buy 26 centimetres of fencing or whatever it is. So if it was area, the units would be in metres squared. Okay, 26 metres, right. 38 squared means 38 times 38. You do have a squared button on your calculator, but you don't have to use it. And the answer is 1,444, so that's just with the calculator. Okay, types of angles. Right angle. Again, draw. When you have a question, just draw. Acute angle is like less than 90. It's small, it's cute, it's acute. Obtuse means like it's a bit wide. I had a student that was very obtuse. He would always try and misunderstand what I was saying. So obtuse is wide. Reflex is when it's even wider than that. So it's like more than 180. So acute, I've drawn, it's less than 90. Obtuse, it's more than 90. So you can imagine this triangle here. It's got an obtuse angle there and 2 acute angles. And reflex, you can't really draw a triangle with a reflex angle, but I could draw a shape with a reflex angle. I don't know what shape I'm drawing here. Okay, yeah, some kind of weird rectangular shape. There you go. It could be my lawn. Okay, so smallest is the acute one. Then we have right. Then we have the obtuse. And then we have the reflex. And this question is only worth 1 mark, so you have to get them all in the right order. Okay. Here, cuboid. So cuboid, it's just a rectangle shape. When we looked at boxes, I said, well, most boxes were cuboids. You could get a few cubes, but reality is it's easy to make a cuboid. What is a volume? So volume is length times breadth. I don't know what I'm writing there. Width. So it's just all those numbers times together. Looking at the marking scheme there, you can see that you get, this is a 2-mark question, so you get 1 mark for writing that out and 1 mark for writing the correct answer. Tip for you that it's 3 things being times together because it's in cm cubed. So your answer is 92.34. And I would like you to write the cm cubed because that's just a little bit of extra checking. If it was area, it would be meter. Oh, I missed a c. cm cubed. If it was area, it would be in centimeters squared. One length times by the other length, width. But it's in volume, so cubes of 3 numbers being cubed together. Okay, this next question is something that I didn't need to have to teach, but it seems to be on the papers that my students did in January and December. Here's 15 values. Complete the frequency column of the table. So complete this table. So 3 and 8 have already been done. Okay. If you're low level, I'd say it's a tally chart. It's not after a tally chart, so let's think. So between 11 and 20 at 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 21 and 30. I might do different colour pens. 1. Is that it? There's 30. 2. I can see 28 now. So there's 3. Let's go for purple. And then the remaining ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It doesn't say you should add them up, but I would always add them up. 6 and 4 is 10, that's 15. Yes, 15 values, I'm happy with that now. So you can see there, 4, 3, 6, happy with that. Okay, question 8, here's an L shape. Work out the area of the L shape. Straight away, I want to chop this up and think of this as 4 times 2. This is 20 times 8. 8 times 20. 8 times the 20 is 160. 4 times 2 equals 8. Answer 168 cm squared, because we've timed 8 cm by 20, so our answer is cm squared. Okay, looking here, not really sure what's going on. So here, this is a question that I've been saying, always show your units. So this question, you get 1 mark for saying cm squared. Okay, so it's saying if you got 168, that's worth 2 marks. Oh, this method here, they're saying they've cut it in a different place. I think they've cut it there instead. 8. Yes. Yes, so they've cut that one. They've cut it like that and that. I can't be bothered to read all that lot. But you can see 168 and then 1 mark for the cm square. Okay. Right. This one's going to be hard for me to do on graph paper. Question 9. Roy works as a restaurant. One week the restaurant runs a special offer from Wednesday to Saturday. The table shows the income from the sales of drinks over the 4 days. On the grid below, draw a suitable chart. Okay, so what does suitable chart mean? Because I've been teaching City Girls level 1 for a long time, I naturally automatically think bar chart. Okay, but it could be a bar chart. It could be a pictogram, which fiddly to do. Now, in this instance, it could be line, but there's lots of times when a line graph, line chart. I'm doing graph now. Okay. There's instances when you might want to do it as a line, and I'll say, no, you can't do that because they're not continuous. In this instance, because it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because it's moving over time, you're allowed to do a line graph. Don't like line graphs, I like bar charts. Okay. Now, it used to be that you had to go from 0 to the biggest number, which is 1400. But different, I'm thinking now you're allowed to go from 600. I put 14, I was thinking I might go to 150. Oh, oh, oh. And you need your pound signs in it as well. I'm now showing you my fingers. Hold my fingers in the air to show you that this is a bar chart. The bars should have a gap in between the bars. I don't know what. I'm not going to draw this because I'm just going to draw it so badly. Here's one I've already drawn. Okay, so you can see that. Let's have a look at them. You can see that I've gone from 600 there up to 1,500. I can't see the scores now, but you can see, so 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, yeah. So I can draw easily the 800, the 1,000, 1,400, and the 700. Okay, I could have chosen 0 to 1,600, and then it would have made drawing the odd numbers more difficult. It's possible to do it, but yeah, it's totally possible to do it. But I'm thinking this, me showing you this means now level 1 has realised you don't have to start at 0. Okay, so I've done bar charts. I like bar charts. I put gaps in between. I'm seeing here there should be a space before the first column. I don't know why I wrote that, but obviously I'm thinking about it. Most importantly here is you can see that each bar is the same width. So I've got 3 little square widths. Okay, let's have a look. So it says bar chart, pictogram or line. I've done a bar. Days labelled with, so I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday written out. Normally I like to abbreviate those, WED, the, Fry, but here by this marking scheme, it's possible you could lose marks if you abbreviated. I've also got the word days written there, so you can see I've done all that one. Correct scale with these bars. Now you need a ruler. It should be drawn in pencil. I obviously draw in pen because I know what I'm doing and I think it's easy to photocopy. Okay, but you can see now I am very, very fussy about these being drawn accurate. Correct chart with equal space between the bars. So that's what I'm saying there. You've got to make sure you've got an equal space between the bars. Okay. If you've drawn this and you want me to see if it's good enough, what I'm seeing here is I'm missing a word along this side. Income from drinks. You should have some word up here. Income. I mean, I always put the pound signs on. I don't like it when people put pound signs in headings. Okay, that's that one. Okay, turning over the page. Turning over the page, 9b, table shows the income from sales of food for the 4 days. Roy says the total income from food was 3 times more than the income from drinks. Is he correct? So what they're wanting you to do here is add up, and what I've just done is I've copied the table over from the other page so you can see it. Literally, I would write those numbers out on this page there, so that I could add them up together. So if I add these up, I get 3900 from the food one, 12300. So he's saying it's 3 times. So if I times this one by 3, I get 11700. I'm missing pound signs off. Don't know why. It's on the piece of paper I'm copying from. Okay, so the total income from food was more than 3 times the income from drink. Yes. I'll show you working out. And you must make your decision as well. Yes. Looking at the marking scheme here, yeah, I've got that number. Yeah, I've got that number. Yeah, I've done this one times by that one to equal that number. And then I'm comparing, I'm looking at this number, I'm looking at that number, and then correct decision. So I've got those two, and I'm saying my answer is yes. Okay. Now, interestingly, if you see my answers, the way I originally tackled this when I first saw it, before I looked at the answer sheets, what I've done with all the sample papers is I've sat them without looking at the answer sheets so that I can think how I would tackle each question, and hopefully I fall down pitfalls that you might fall down. Okay, so it says I wrote in total the income from food was 3 times more than the income from drink. So what I did was I told you I wrote them out, I times it by 3, and then thought, no, he's wrong. On Saturday the food was more than 3 times, but on the other days, but not on the other days. So you can see this is less, this one's less, this one's less. Okay, that was my answer. If I look at the marking scheme, have I done that? Nope. You can see here what I've done is I've wrote it in purple, my original one, and then my corrections are in pink. So I didn't earn that point. Didn't earn that point. I am timesing by 3. There's a chance I could have earned that point. Okay. I haven't got those numbers. I haven't earned that point. Correct decision on their values with the method, all method marks awarded. Correct decision. I don't know. I might have earned that mark. Might not have earned that mark. I've clearly explained what I'm thinking, so I don't know. So anyway, I wrote in pink. You can see my corrections in pink. That total times by this is less than that one. Oh, I should have wrote a less than symbol there. Well, which is less than, so I wrote it there. So then that's the correct answer. So that's what I'm saying about mark your own work, write in one colour, do your corrections in another colour, and you can clearly see. So I'm thinking maybe this was worth 1 mark, but now I totally understand it. I think it'll be fair to say I could have got 5 marks for that question. Yep, okay.